Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. And today we are doing my last ever book haul of August 2017. Don't you love my clickbait titles? I love book hauls so much. In fact, book hauls are one of the best ways for me to find other books because when I go into bookstores, I don't know what's good, what's not good. I literally just scan and go through all of the new ones, whatever. But in book hauls, a lot of times people will talk about books that have been out for a long time that I wouldn't think of, or they trigger a memory in me and I'm like, oh my God, I wanted to read that book 3 years ago. And then I put it in my Goodreads, or I scan it at Barnes & Noble, and then I go to Half Price Books and buy it, or I get on Book Depository and I buy it, whatever. But I love watching book haul videos. I equally see, now listen, okay, listen. My name is Peter Likes Books. Well, my name is Peter Monn. My name is Peter Alexander Monn, but my name is Peter Monn because, my name is Peter Likes Books. Because they didn't have Peter Loves Books. Because somebody out there, I've never heard of this booktuber, but they have Peter Loves Books. Put up a video. So I had to put up Peter Likes Books, but I really wanted Peter, because I love books. I could have done Peter Adores Books, but that's stupid. So anyway, it doesn't really matter. I have a book haul for you today. It's my last ever book haul of August 2017. Oh, I already said that. So anyway, I want to get right into this. I have gotten sent some books. I have bought some books, Squid, and a book was recommended to me that I found in my basement. So let's get right into this. Now, one of these books I may have shown in another video. I also show a lot of books that I get in the mail from at the post office that people send me. I show them in vlogs because I'm always so excited about it. I just open it right then and show it. But I don't think that most of these are because I actually just bought a lot of them at Half Price Books. So let's get into this video, shall we? So the first book that I'm going to show you, I actually have shown in a video, but I'm not showing it to you as part of the haul. I'm showing it to you to explain my story. You'll see. So anyway, that book is Truly Madly Guilty by Liane Moriarty. I read Big Little Lies when I went to Mexico. This book is so fantastic. I love it, okay? I'm 133 pages into it right now, and I thought I would read more of it while I was on vacation. It's very, very similar to Big Little Lies. The way that she develops the story, and she's so masterful at how she tells a story. She just lets a little bit at a time go. And it's never this huge mystery, but it's really a character study of how, every book that she writes. Well, now this is only my second one of hers, but I'm an expert, see? Her books are really character studies of how people behave and how they act. So anyway, I love this, but while I was at Target, do you guys love the Target book section? Oh my God, it's fantastic, isn't it? And I like that they have a really diverse, section of books. It's not just all bestsellers or books like Barnes & Noble. They always put all the books, you know which ones, okay? I'm not mentioning them again. But they always put the books up there that everybody says you should read, even though they're crap, right? But while I was there, I actually, at Target, I saw a book that I'd seen at Meyer, which is very much like Walmart, if you've never been. And that is The Cellar by Natasha Preston. Now, let me tell you, this was not actually the Natasha Preston book I was going to buy. The one I was going to buy was The Cabin. See right there where it's a cabin? About friends that go to a cabin. But when I mentioned it in a video, so many people were like, you should read The Cellar. The Cellar's really good. So when I saw The Cellar, I said, The Cellar it is. Sell me The Cellar. So let's just read what it's about, shall we? This is not an audiobook recording. Lily? My stomach dropped as a tall, dark-haired man stepped into view. Had he been hiding between the trees? No, sorry. Gulping, I took a step back. I'm not Lily. He shook his head, a satisfied grin on his face. No, you are Lily. I'm Summer. You have the wrong person, you utter freak. I could hear my pulse crashing in my ears. How stupid to give him my real name. He continued to stare at me, smiling. It made me feel sick. You are Lily, he repeated. Before I could blink, he threw his arms around me and grabbed me. I tried to shout, but he clasped his hand over my mouth, muffling my screams. My heart raced. I'm going to die. For months, Summer is trapped in a cellar with the man who took her. Flowers in the attic, flowers in the cellar. And 3 other girls, Rose, Poppy, and Violet. His perfect, pure flowers of the cellar. His family. But flowers can't survive long, cut off from the sun, and time is running out. Oh, with dialogue like that, you just know she's a bestseller. I I don't really care anymore about all that kind of stuff. I just want to read a good story that's going to make me escape from my mind. So I hope this is good. Should we get right into the next book? Okay, so I did a little book tag last month called, I'm going to start doing an original book tag every month, so stay tuned. And it was called the worst book tag ever. And I tagged a couple people in it, and one of them that I tagged was Jay Chaya, and he's one of my all-time favorite booktubers. He started about 6 or 9 months ago, maybe a year ago. I found him rather quickly. I don't know how. I think he might have tagged me actually in a video, and his personality is great, and one of the things I love about him is he reads like no fiction whatsoever. And I actually like just went back into some of his videos. Now listen, y'all trolls out there of BookTube, you need everybody number one needs to subscribe to him because he is fantastic and he has like 633 subscribers. So I'm going to put his channel, Squid, I'm going to put his channel below. Go subscribe to him. He is so cool and he has such a great personality and I love him. He's just so cool. But like people are like on book hauls giving him a thumbs down. Who is giving a thumbs down on a book haul? Like I used to get so upset about that stuff until I had my other channel, my main channel, Peter Monn, which tomorrow is my 1-year anniversary on. And now I get like, 150 dislikes. And I'm like, that just goes along with the territory. But anyway, I was like, who is putting a thumbs down on his book hauls? Like that's just so crappy, right? So anyway, I was watching his videos and I watched the worst book tag ever. Oh, somebody sent him, he did this mystery book exchange, and somebody sent him, he only reads nonfiction, don't forget. Adam Silvera's More Happy Than Not, and he literally has no clue what the book is about. And he's like, oh, this is the first YA book I've ever read. You're in for a real treat. I love Adam Silvera's More Happy Than Not. So anyway, but he, in the worst book tag ever, talked about a book that my dad actually told me to read probably 20 years ago, and I never did. And I have wanted to read this book, and every time I go to the bookstore, I'm like, you need to buy this book. And I happened to just be walking through my basement last night, not having seen his video yet, and it was sitting on top of a box, and I was like, I bought this. Do you do this? Do you buy books and not even know you have them? And that is Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People, the first and still the best book of its kind. The only book you need to lead you to success. And not just success in business or financial success, but just success in life. My dad always recommends these books to me, like, you know, As a Man Thinketh, and, you know, Viktor Frankl's book. Was that his, whatever. But anyway, you know, and The Way of the Pilgrim, and all these books of like spiritual enlightenment and becoming the, like, a Rich Dad, Poor Dad. My dad told me to read that book. That book was fantastic. I wish I had read it when I was 20. And if you want to hear a lot of books, if you're younger and you want a lot of good book recommendations for things that will help you in life, okay? As far as like being financially stable and just learning about the world, Jay's channel is really good for that. He has a lot of great recommendations of those books. So anyway, so I pulled How to Win Friends and Influence People up and I put it over there at the kitchen and I'm gonna read it this month. The next one is from Dana. Thank you, Dana, so much. For my anniversary, I think for my wedding anniversary, which was last week, but also for my anniversary on my main channel, Dana sent me Heartless by Marissa Meyer, the author of the Lunar Chronicles. I have wanted to read this so bad. I now have almost all of Marissa Meyer's books, so I have no complaint not to read them, but this is the Alice in Wonderland retelling. You guys are all like, we already know this, right? But I love and am totally infatuated with the whole story of Alice in Wonderland, and have been since I was a little kid. So I really, really, really want to read this. I'm excited about reading this. Okay, the next one I was actually sent today by the author. His name is Zach D. Cole, and he has a couple books on Goodreads. I literally don't know anything about this book, but it came today in the post office, so I'm going to show it. And that is Rotten Apple, a love story, sort of. And it says, one teacher, one student, one empire of lies, a modern love story. Mrs. Karina Flutter, teacher, wife, and mother of 2, is thrust into a reckless mess. Ooh, messy. I like messy stuff. After her boss, headmistress Blitch, that sounds, how'd you come up with that name? Suspends her from work, calls for her immediate resignation, exposes her affair with student Sarsha Lucas. So I don't know. Could be really good. But thank you, Zach, for sending that to me. I'm really excited. It's really short, you guys. It's literally like 96 pages long. And you can go check Zach Cole's Rotten Apples. He has 3 other books, too. I looked it up on Goodreads. So you can go check him out on Goodreads. Zach Cole, rotten apples. Zach, you need to put up a profile picture. And if you don't want to put up a picture of your real self, then put up a fake picture. One of the things I can't stand is when I go to Goodreads. No offense, Zach. But when I go to Goodreads and people don't have any picture with their author profile, I'm like, I want to see what you look like. I don't know, put a picture of your shoulder. Nobody cares. So the next thing is, and I will also be talking about that in my vlog, because I show everything I got in my vlog. I went to Half Price Books, and on, where is it? Oh, I didn't end up getting the one up thing. Okay, so I went in there purposely for a book. You guys know that I read A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I have a very good friend of mine that reads almost exclusively young adult novels, and she read this book and she said, Peter, you have to read this book. It's so good. And that is More Than This by Patrick Ness. I know nothing about it, but let's read the back of it, shall we? From the acclaimed author of Chaos Walking Trilogy and A Monster Calls comes one of the most provocative teen novels of our time. Now, okay, I have to tell you, when I read A Monster Calls, I was so impressed with it because A, I just thought like it was done so well, but B, I thought that the dialogue was just absolutely incredible. And so I'm really excited about reading this. A totally different story. A boy named Seth drowns, desperate and alone, in his final moments. But then he wakes. He is naked, thirsty, starving, but alive. How is this possible? He remembers dying, his bones breaking, his skull dashed upon the rocks. So how is he here? And where is this place? The street seems familiar, but everything is abandoned, overgrown, covered in dust. What's going on? Is it real? Or has he woken up in his own personal hell? Seth begins to search for answers, hoping desperately that there must be more than this to life, or more to this life, or perhaps this afterlife. So I'm excited about reading this. I know a lot of people out there that love Patrick Ness. If you've read this and you think it's good, can you comment below and let me know? The next one, I'm taking the price tags off if I do this, because you guys know I cannot stand price tags on books. The next one is from one of my all-time favorite young adult authors. I read her like 15 years ago when I was working in treatment. What's the book that she wrote that I love? Oh, she put all these handouts in here. Oh my God, all these kinds of people in here. Jodi Picoult and everybody. Praise Jodi Picoult, Stephen Chbosky. I mean, all these people talked about this book, and this is one of her books that I had never, ever heard of. She wrote Speak, and that is Lori Hall Sanderson. I love her. I read Speak about 15 years ago, 20 years ago when I worked in treatment. All of my teenage girls absolutely love this, love that book. So this is from the best-selling author of Winter Girls, the last thing she ever wanted, prom. I didn't go to prom, so I don't know. I don't feel like I missed out on anything either. But I do think this. If I was looking back on high school, I wish I would have participated more. I wish I would have forced myself to go to prom just because I think that you should try everything in life. And that wasn't my attitude back in the day. I was a punk rock skater kid that read in my room and was totally geeky nerd, and just thought I was weird and different. And I'm still weird and different. But today I'm weird and different, and I like to participate in life. And then looking back, I wish I would have participated more. It's not that I feel like I missed out on not going to prom, but I wish I would have just participated more. And if people didn't like me being there, screw them. It's my prom too. Does anyone write troubled teen characters with the realism, grace, and soul of Lori Hall Sanderson? That was by Jodi Picoult, my sister's keeper. See? Ashley couldn't care less about prom. She's too busy planning a life with her boyfriend, TJ. But then Ashley discovers that there might be more to prom and life than she thought. I do love the cover, though. Hey. So that's that. I'm going to read that one. Okay, and then you guys are going to love the next four, which there's too many price tags on here, but so I can't, well, let me just whip through these price tags. Now, you guys know I'm totally addicted to those Scholastic, they're not even YA, I don't know what they're called back in the day. They're like the cheesiest books in the entire world. But I bought these 4 R.L. Stein books at Half Price Books. They were pricey, okay? They were between $1.99 and $2.99, so you know I had to have them. I want the entire collection, and somebody just sent me all the Goosebumps books. Oh my God, like literally every Goosebumps book, okay? But somebody sent me all these I found all these Fear Street books, which I usually get at like Goodwill, and they're like 50 cents. These were not, these are expensive. So, R.L. Stein, Hit and Run, okay? Eddie, Scott, Winks, and Cassie, I can't wink. They went out for a drive one night just to practice so Eddie would be sure and get his license. Then Eddie had a little accident. Now 4 friends share a terrible secret. Did they hit a squirrel? Because Eddie hit someone and killed him, didn't he? Well, this book right here is basically Lois Duncan's I Know What You Did Last Summer. But I'm still going to read it because you know I love these books, right? I might read these in October and just every day do one of these. Okay, Fear Street, Super Chiller. Is that being scarier than the rest? The New Year's Party. When midnight strikes, they all die. Ring in the New Fear. PJ wasn't, why do they all have nicknames? PJ wasn't supposed to die. It was just a practical joke, no big deal. But PJ had a bad heart. The kids at Reenie's, oh my God. The kids at Reenie's, I knew Reenie. Hey Reenie, she's out there watching my videos. Christmas party couldn't tell the police what they'd done, so they hid the body and then it disappeared. Now someone is killing them one by one. These books just kill me, right? I mean, like, they're so just far-fetched. Someone is taking PJ's revenge, but who? Could it be JJ, PJ's brother? I don't know if there's even a JJ in this book. By midnight, they'll know, because when the clock chimes, they'll all get a kiss. A kiss of death. Oh, it says that! The kiss of death! Oh my God, I didn't even know it was going to say that. Fear Street, the secret bedroom. Don't open that door. So basically, this girl, she like moves onto Fear Street. Fear Street. I wish there was. I would love to live on Fear Street. And there's this room that somebody died in. Don't nobody ever go into that one. That's that book. Okay. Then Fear Street, R.L. Stein's surprise party. It was just another party until the threats began. And this one's basically about this kid, and I don't know, something about. It's been a year since Evan died in the Fear Street woods. A year since, okay, she starts getting threats. Don't have the party. Don't have the party. It's probably some good Judy that she just dissed, sitting at home going, have you checked the children? Anyway, I love these books. They're so easy. You can read them in totally less than a day. So if you're really trying to catch up on your Goodreads challenge, like me, just buy these. I literally have like 50 of these now. I love them. If you guys find these and they're ones that I haven't mentioned in a video, send them to me. I love these so much. So anyway, that's it. Oh, a little promo here, 20% off everything sale. Friday, September 1st through Monday, September 4th, only at half price books. Mega clearance, everything $2 or less at the Indianapolis, Indiana State Fairgrounds, Friday, October 6th through October 8th. In case you live in Indiana, I probably won't go to any of that because I just bought all my books for real price anyway. So that's my last video of August 2017. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Subscribe to Jay, subscribe to me, and give this video a big thumbs up. I love you guys. Bye.